If they are going to succeed, it's going to be on the back of RenegadeMac.
I want to be remembered as one of the best players to touch the game.
Like, I basically just chain fed all that last game.
Yeah, you did.
And yeah, no.
And RenegadeMac is now on the retreat, trying to get himself out. Flawless with a total whip right there. That was not the stun he was looking for.
Yeah, RenegadeMac is the guy that you got to keep your eyes on.
RenegadeMac, a jungler main peaking at the Diamond 1 rank, first started playing League of Legends back in 2012, during the beginning of the game's competitive Season 3. He enjoyed League so much, he's since played over 5,000 hours of the game to this date. He first started taking the game seriously in 2016, and that next year, in 2017, RenegadeMac would go on to attend Butler University. There, he joined the Esports club in his second semester of his first year. He worked to create a League of Legends team, and assembled 4 other players alongside him. He would end up taking over the role of the mid laner for the team, the most important lane in the game, because there were already 2 other junglers on his team, and because he was the most experienced as well. He would go on to captain the team and lead them to as much success as he could. This is the story of RenegadeMac in the Big East Esports Spring Season 2019. Back in 2018 of last year, RenegadeMac and the Bulldogs competed in the Big East Esports League of Legends Invitational. Unfortunately, before the start of the season, they lost their star AD carry and another player on the team to school and personal commitments, and were forced to use their substitutes. As a result, they did not win a single game. This year, however, RenegadeMac was going to make sure that would change. The AD carry from last year rejoined the team, and a strong support player came onto the roster as well. The top lane, jungler, and mid lane all stayed the same, and Butler was ready for this season.
But things are a little bit different this time around. We have more amazing games to show you. Digon, why don't you break it down for us?
So here's how it works. 7 teams representing the Big East schools will compete in a single round-robin best-of-2 regular season. Each match day will consist of 2 games against the same school. The standings are reflective of their game score. From there, the top 4 teams from the regular season will seed into a single elimination best-of-3 bracket. Whoever makes it into the finals of that slugfest will advance to the College League of Legends Championships play-in, where they will have the chance to advance to the CLOL National Championship. There, they will have the chance to cement their place among the greats of collegiate League of Legends.
Butler had their goal, place top 2 to qualify for the Collegiate League of Legends National Championship play-ins. They had a long road ahead of them, and up first, they were faced against the reigning champions, Villanova.
Yeah, they are returning both Native 192 and Whimsical Melody from their upset victory over DePaul. And I only say upset because it was 1 versus 2 all year. It was not parity, but like hierarchy. You had DePaul at the top, Villanova, and then everybody else, and it was expected that it would play out that way. Not so fast, my friend. In the finals, Villanova had their number and not only won it the series, but they won it in a 2-0. Villanova, your spring 2018 champion.
Heading into the first game, Villanova and Butler both traded kills in the bot lane.
I love the confidence. Gangsu, he's just sitting. I was going to speak a little bit too soon. Confidence, he dodges the building. The curse going on through.
Condemned into the wall. Cryonics is going to fall here in a second. Will he? Yes. Oh no, first blood heading on over to Billytoe. It's the bloodthirsty supports, and now in the mid lane a kill heads on over as well. RenegadeMac already, we saw it earlier, survived through Ignite, knows that he can flash Ignite, and that's all it took. It was just major disrespect there by the Native 192.
Later, we finally get the first team fight of the game.
At this stage of the game, the river control so far has been pretty flawless, and I love Billytoe. He's just throwing this out, but we do have the ult, the charge going in, trying to lock down that support. They are going to be able to get it grounded. Nice step. Cassiopeia is there, deciding, trading in his life aggressive, but the follow-up damage is
Whimsical Melody's
still
all by
here.
himself.
But in the back, the Ergon is trying to make the play, but the damage is just too much. The Scion giving his life early in that fight opened up the floor for the rest of Butler to go on in. What beautiful team fighting from them.
Yeah, but it's not quite done yet. Villanova is still relatively healthy so far at 3 for 1. And Soraka's getting lower and lower. And here goes the fight here. Master Gamer biting off more than he can chew. Cryonics picking up a kill. RenegadeMac trying to pick up the kill as well. Centurion trying to help out, but the Dragon might have him for dinner. No. The kill does get picked up by RenegadeMac, and they do turn around. It's a delayed ace, a 5 for 2. And Butler, this is the fight that they needed.
A few skirmishes later, RenegadeMac walks up too far mid lane. After catching out Butler's jungler as well, Villanova heads over to the Baron and attempts to take it down.
Looking to push in right now. We can pull back. The rest of the team is looking to try and engage.
There's no steal potential here. There is potential to have Baron helping take this like a 5v4. Ult coming out from Aurelia, it's not great. And so Gang is able to freely hit around, does finally get locked up. Flash forward, able to pick one up, no other tumble. And now there's no more damage for the side of Butler, but here comes Master Gamer Live trying to find something here. But here comes Bilito as well. Nightmares of more hooks on the way. And there's another one that lands. The death sentence is written. Down he goes. There's a second death sentence right there. And DeBoss has nowhere to go. RenegadeMac will pick one up for his trouble.
Butler fortunately stops the Baron play, but after Butler's mid and jungler getting caught out again, Villanova attempts the Baron once more.
And they're continually getting caught out. You're not giving an opportunity for your Vayne that is starting to get online to fight with the front line, as Scion is finally here in this fight.
Scion is here in the front line, taking up a lot of damage. Whimsical Melody can be shut down as Suwa is left totally uncontested in the back right now. Not a single auto attack is going on through. This is the way you play this comp. Allow your ADC to do the work. Sit in the back, have the tank in the front line, have the support and the heal. This is MOBA 101, and this is how you take fights.
That's right, Suwu has done a fantastic job staying alive now at 2 core items with Blade of the Rude King and Ginsu's Rage Blade. Pixel Drum hanging around the Baron pit because he knows that they're going to start it up with the death timer so high on the side of Villanova. Now all 5 members are here. Ooh, nice start here by Cryonics. Cryonics getting the culling down and chunking down the Soraka very low. Got to be careful of that. Nice ult by RenegadeMac to hold Cryonics in place. Ult going to come down as well. Nice condemn into the wall.
Butler's AD carry saves the game and captures the Baron, and what could be the final team fight of the game takes place.
About RenegadeMac, Pixel Drum, and Pixel Drum's held up his side of the Centurion. Just continually getting caught out. Nice ult to hold Pixel Drum in place. Bilito using the Dark Passage to keep him up, but now Bilito will finally die, but here comes the rest of the fight. Pixel Drum dies as well.
The rest of the team is going in, continuing to chase this down. One more auto will make it real. Suwa surviving through all of this.
Suwu with a great tumble away, stays up and stays alive. They still have Baron and are pushing up. This might be the game because they have one siege turret, or siege minion. 29 to 26, death timers at 25 minutes. They could force this. The safe play would be back off, but let's see what the call is here from the Butler boys. They're gonna move on forward. The Bulldogs trying to go for the win.
They think they have what it takes right now. These turrets are falling so quickly. The Nexus is exposed. They're pushing on in. This is the opportunity for Villanova.
They look split.
And hold
on,
Whimsical Melody is going on in, going to be instantly picked up right now. And the key damage dealers are still alive for Butler's isolating their targets. Bilito is going to fall.
Here comes Cryonics.
And Cryonics is going in, trying to do what little damage he can. Perfect stall out there. He gets picked up once more. Suwu is still alive, getting in what he needs to do. The lifesteal, the sustainability.
The quadra kill, and that's the win. Butler's gonna take the game.
That's it. That is Butler taking it here, upsetting our champions. Game number 1 goes to Butler.
Butler does it. Their first game of the spring 2018 season, and they take down Villanova. From not winning a single game last year, Butler takes one off the reigning champs. Now it was time for the second game. Unfortunately, it did not go as well as the first, especially for RenegadeMac.
RenegadeMac just a little too far up, healing. I'm not exactly sure why. It's like don't die over ward. That's like one of the first solo queue rules. Not able to get it. Nice turret juggling by the native.
Keep beating that drum. I like it.
Horn ult coming in.
We are seeing RenegadeMac with no mana, no HP, no problem. Oh, goodly not where you want to be. 2 deaths for him at this stage, and deaths that were very easily avoidable as the Drake is going over now to Villanova.
RenegadeMac yet again getting caught out, and there it is. Chrono Break will keep himself safe. Things are looking pretty difficult for Butler right now as the turret's about to get crashed upon.
Uh-oh, Cryonics may have walked a little bit too far forward. Yes, he did, getting a lot of pressure as the boss is going to be the target of the charge to follow up the wave, and everything is going to Villanova. This is doing a fantastic job of holding on, but at this point, with Native on the flank, it might be too little too late. There's the stun, the follow-up, the CC is there. One turrets, and that is likely going to be it. Villanova is rolling in like the waves that Tuvok is throwing with absolutely no chill. That is going to be it. Villanova take this. They tie up the series. That's GG.
Butler's troubles didn't stop there. In Week 2, Butler took on St. John's off-stream and took another split series, losing the first game and winning out in the second. In Week 4, Butler again took a split series against Seton Hall, and the same occurred in Week 5 against DePaul.
Master Gamer Live forced back a little bit by the culling. We do have the root underneath the turret onto Advice, so we'll go gold. Squid Knees will be the next turret to follow, but a lot of damage being dished out by this turret, forcing back the Ezreal. But that is RenegadeMac picking up Seton Hall. Advice does not have a lot of HP to work with. The TP is coming in from the boss, is able to pick up that kill. Nicely done. He will fall to the turret, though, in response. Master Gamer Live, one more shot, does take him down. Oh, no! Disastrous now for Butler dumping it. Advice is doing a great job of peeling for him. RenegadeMac will be the next target, forced into a very rough position. This is Nami Warrior looking to chase him down. Pops the stopwatch once again now as Seton Hall is looking to try and take this down. Master Gamer Live and Drew are on the flank here, though the smite battle is going to go in favor of Seton Hall as we now have Sejuani in the midst of everyone. The Urgot is there as well. Look at the damage going through Ezreal. A lot of decent fights. But now it looks like Butler might finally be hitting the point where they're looking to try and fight back. And Vice goes in. He is going to be the target, being knocked right back over there by the Urgot, doing a great job taking the front line. The RenegadeMac going maybe a little bit too deep there. Not too much to work for the ult in the back line. Kane, they do have the Zonias to try and get him out of this. To Seton Hall in real deep, doing a lot of great damage. The J4 on the flank with the Cataclysm. RenegadeMac walking away with an HP. And now
Alstrazza just got knocked with. Every time someone gets poked here, it's going to be so much damage. Here comes the engage.
Seton Hall is going in, taking a lot of initial damage, though. The high ground turret will fall. RenegadeMac, though, is going to be the next target, going in, finally getting chunked. Culling from Whitney in the back is just ripping right on through them. So much damage. You cannot deny the buffs right there. Hoffnader, you tried your best, and that's the inhib going to drop as well. Seton Hall walking in. They won this one by the death of 1,000 cuts, just slowly grinding their way to the victory. 24 kills to 8.
He keeps Alistair alive. Oh, Master Gamer biting off more than he could chew.
Actually drops the ult there, trying to survive a little bit longer. Is actually going to survive here, but at the cost, actually I lied. Goes down and brings his teammate with him. Oh no. Cataclysmic series of events right there is now Alexstrasza trying to 1v1 Kamcha. Not a 1v1 much longer as Hunky Hank joins right on in. The feet are coming in with, not only is it a lot to prove at this stage, but it's really just more to prove themselves as much as everyone else. As RenegadeMac's in a bit of a rough spot right now. Does use the Sanguine Pool, but not nearly enough to see what they're able to do here. Master Gamer Live is this out there. There's the Cataclysm going on, only catching one member though. There's the return fall from the ult of Braum, instantly deleting the J4 in the back. Offnader's there, not really where he wants to be. The boss is the one up against the entire enemy team, and that's DePaul with the beautiful collapse. Camille wants a little bit more, goes in with the hook shot. RenegadeMac is there, trying to lifesteal. There a can on. He should have been the collapse. That looks like it should have been the collapse from DePaul. That looked like it should have been at least 1 or 2 kills, and it might still be here as they finally find the initiation onto the J4. There's a sleeping trouble bubble going down. They will be able to take 2.
No safety. Master Gamer Live chunked and low on health. Here goes the Baron engage.
Master Gamer Live, the one who pulled off the amazing play to get his teammate there. Oh, and he actually goes down as well to start this off. That is going to be the Baron easily going over the way of DePaul, barring something extreme happening. Sanguine Pool on the back. Caitlyn instantly getting deleted as well. A lot of damage onto the Lucian. He's going to get stunned up and taken down, but 4 members of DePaul are still... I also feel like this is the moment for Butler to try and make something happen on their own, but the Camille ultimate is saying otherwise. They're going with Hextech ultimate as well. Darius is getting absolutely chunked. They are the first kill onto the J4, but in the back, Alexstrasza is still able to do the damage he wants to. Hoffnader is in there in the front. However, this is 2 members dead already for the side of Butler. Going gold is RenegadeMac, going and finding the massive taunt. Nice shot from the chef, but that's sleep. Oh, that's absolutely it. And that is going to be all 4, making 5 members dead. In just a second here for the side of Butler as DePaul is pushing it on in. They find the kills, they find the fight. Brown Darius, the moment it's like, no, we probably shouldn't engage. No, he says he sees the opening. He finds a couple members caught out of position. They'll be able to turn this around, secure the win here in game number 2.
With backs against the wall, you can never count out the underdog. Heading into Week 6, the final week of the Big East spring season, Butler was up against Providence College to determine their final seeding. Winning a single game meant they faced Villanova in the playoffs, giving Butler the best chance to reach top 2. But losing both games meant Butler would face DePaul, and that scary matchup could see Butler exiting the playoffs early. Getting into the first game, Butler would very early on make their statement on where they planned to end up.
gets that come out as we see Doopty. We know he doesn't have flash. He's in a lot of trouble here. The boss.
Earlier, yeah, that's going to be it. I mean, laying the groundwork for the earlier success.
Hey, he needs to be successful just like he did level 6, has the Frozen Tomb. And now on the bottom side of the map, right in front of him, here it comes.
Yeah, the problem with this is Draslinki is now so far from the rest of the team. We do have the J4 going to look to go right on in. The Yorick is actually here as well. The boss taking a lot of shots behind this. TPing in, deciding he wanted to commit all the resources, not necessarily needed though, and Providence is able to back the other two out. Yeah, Sejuani does fall, but now Science being left uncontested up top. That's potential TP advantage.
We're not done yet.
We're not done yet though. The turret is still actually going to continue to go on in. I might have spoke too soon. Void's asked me the next target. The rest of the team has actually stayed, and we do see the full committal from Honor Lord going on in. RenegadeMac is going to be the target. However, he will not fall. He will. Honor Lord is.
Your red buff is actually mine, and here we go, 4v3.
4v3, this is a great position for Providence to try and take this down. A lot of damage going through onto Master Game, along the boxes there. However, Alex Strauss is surviving through all, but she's going to be the first target. Now, Hoffman and Recruit are going back on into box. Beautiful job trying to split the fight as best they can. Do the next target, and that's be the double kill for the Yorick. As we see the continuation, the flash going forward as well. The hook, oh no! Alex Strauss is indeed.
IMB Rizzle does clear waves a little bit better than Doopty, but can't have this happen.
Yeah, Honor Lord, one of the key members of the side of Providence, getting popped to start that off. Unable to get off the pop blossom themselves. The key team fight ultimate that the squad needed, just like he bringing himself back to the rest of the squad. However, the rest of the squad ain't nearly enough at this stage. With one of the key members dead, this is a wide open Baron, and Yorick still split pushing away.
Yeah, no answer for the Yorick. Continually split pushing right on here. That means Baron will be heading on over to the side of Butler, unless Draslinki's able to get in there and get a Miracle Steal. Nope, he's seconds too late, a couple bucks too short. He does finally get into the pit, but the Baron's already been taken. Alex Strauss going to pick up that kill, cash in a couple of stacks of adoration. All of his fans paying him for this one. And now DeVos with 2 empowered cannon minions.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness. And his little ghouls as well, the Mist Walkers, I believe.
IMB Rizzle, if you die right now, that would be really upsetting for the entire side of Providence, everyone in that school. Instead, he's going to live. No.
Gets flash upon. That was pretty tough.
Oh, that
and then
was
here comes the rest
brutal.
of it. Alex Straza lands yet another one. 16-7 is your score. The rest of the team pushing on into the base, and Butler played this one methodically. They got leads through their strong lanes and were able to transition it into a massive lead. Map coverage, and I like to see them work themselves around to find a victory in Game 1.
Secure their spot, and after this win over Providence, they have done so. They have secured that 3rd place spot. This will be your final playoff bracket.
From an 0-6 season last year, RenegadeMac brought up his team this year to a final record of 8-4. When asked about the team, all he had to say was this.
Honestly, I think we're an elite team, and we can beat anybody.
Butler takes on Villanova Sunday, March 17th on twitch.tv/ESL_LOL, all starting at 1 p.m.